The Lincoln Lawyer's fourth season will see Mickey Haller fighting for his freedom in his own trial. The season's main story will be based on Michael Connelly's sixth book in his series of novels with Haller as the protagonist, The Law of Innocence, in which Mickey's ex-wife Maggie McPherson re-enters the picture to help him with his defense case. Maggie and Mickey are set to have their work cut out, with Death Row Dana Berg also joining the show to prosecute the case. What's more, there'll be some needle between Berg and the defense team with Maggie involved, since Dana and Maggie used to work together as prosecutors. This history suggests that the two of them will develop a personal rivalry in Season 4, which could threaten to derail Mickey's defense and ruin Maggie's career. With Constance Zimmer newly cast as Death Row Dana for Season 4 of The Lincoln Lawyer, and Neve Campbell returning in an expanded role as Maggie, the stage is already set for a high-stakes battle of wits with Mickey's life and livelihood on the line. Maggie helping with Mickey's defense in The Lincoln Lawyer Season 4 will jeopardize her job as a prosecutor. Attorneys should never cross to the other side of the courtroom. The Law of Innocence makes clear that Maggie gets deeply involved in Mickey's defense during his murder trial. With Campbell confirmed as a main cast member for The Lincoln Lawyer's fourth season, the show appears to be following the book's overarching narrative, meaning that Maggie will be putting her own career to one side in helping her ex-husband. But this decision will also place her future as a prosecutor in jeopardy. In the legal profession, prosecutors and defense attorneys work entirely separately, and the two are considered fundamentally different roles. Prosecutors typically work for the government to enforce the law in court, whereas defense lawyers represent defendants accused of crimes, ensuring their right to a fair trial is enacted. In judicial terms, then, the two are diametrically opposed to each other. It's seen as ethically questionable and irresponsible to cross over to the other side of the courtroom during a legal career, and Maggie could suffer dire professional consequences for doing so to support Mickey. Maggie being on the defense rather than prosecution will be even tougher against the ruthless Dana Berg. Berg is a death row prosecution specialist, whereas Maggie is a novice defense attorney. In addition, Maggie working on Mickey's defense team arguably puts him at a disadvantage, since she specializes in prosecuting cases rather than defending them. Dana Berg, on the other hand, is a brilliant and ruthless prosecutor, who specializes in prosecuting defendants accused of murder, exactly what she'll be doing in Mickey's case. There's a reason for her nickname, and the Lincoln Lawyer could find himself facing death row in Season 4 if Dana Berg wins out. Maggie's potential weakness as a defense lawyer against Dana Berg, combined with the complicated history between her and Mickey, makes the Lincoln Lawyer Season 4 an underdog story that viewers will be personally invested in far more than any other storyline in the show so far. Maggie and Mickey simply have to win, not just for a third-party defendant or Mickey's career, but for his life and the future of his relationship with the woman he loves. The odds being stacked against them makes this storyline even more gripping. Maggie and Dana's The Lincoln Lawyer Season 4 rivalry will bring an exciting change for Neve Campbell's role. The lines between her professional and personal relationship with Mickey will break down completely. Dana Berg is the perfect character to throw a spanner in the works, both of Mickey's case for his own defense and his relationship with Maggie. The fact that Maggie knows Death Row Dana as a former colleague ramps up the tension even further. The two of them will know things about each other that could become important to the plot of The Lincoln Lawyer's fourth season. If Maggie and Dana used to get on well as colleagues, they certainly won't anymore, as they stand on opposite sides of the bench with the life of the show's protagonist at stake. Their rivalry will be a defining subplot of Season 4, and an exciting change of angle for Neve Campbell's Maggie, in particular. In the first two seasons of The Lincoln Lawyer, the relationship between Mickey and Maggie was fraught with past grievances and unresolved tension, while they were never directly involved in each other's professional lives. In fact, Mickey's professional rival in Season 2, Andrea Freeman, was actually Maggie's friend. This next season will see Mickey and Maggie's personal and professional lives become completely intertwined, however, since Maggie's professional battle against Dana Berg concerns Mickey's freedom.